Marcus, he was your coach in Dallas for a bit. What do you think of the hire?
Yeah, great guy, great coach, understands defensive football at a very high level. And obviously one of those guys that kind of worked his way up through the ranks. Position coach, got the coordinator opportunity in Indianapolis, and then did a phenomenal job. And a lot of this goes with having players, and he's going to have some players in Chicago on the defensive side of the football as well. But to your point, Boogie, this is not the most important hire for the Chicago Bears.
Right.
And we all know. I'll relent to Dan and Key to tell our audience why, but everybody knows that Matt Eberflus is a good coach. I think if you go throughout the league and you ask players, you ask coaches, everybody respects him as a head coach. But to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears, it may seem like a slight, but it's absolutely not the most important hire that the Bears are going to make.
That is correct, Marcus. No matter who you hire as a head coach, you have to get the position coach, the offensive coordinators, and your assistants, starting with the strength coach. But because of the quarterback, it's important to find the right offensive coordinator. I'm always afraid, Dan and Laura, of guys that are defensive coordinators becoming head coaches and not understanding that they have to hire the right offensive coordinator. We can think about guys in the history, Coach Tony Dungy, that I was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He went through several offensive coordinators and finally got it right when he went to Indianapolis and won the Super Bowl. But in Tampa Bay, he couldn't get it right.
Yeah.
Look at the most recent Vic Fangio, defensive-minded guy in Denver.
Yeah.
What did he go through? 3, 4 offensive coordinators in a short period of time there? So that's scary to me when you have a young, promising star like Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, playing the position.
No, you're right, Keith, because
scary.
oftentimes, and you guys know this, defensive coaches have a framework, a reference point of football. We're going to play great defense. We're going to not give the ball away. We're going to play good special teams. And that kind of pulls back the aggression or the talent, high-level talent of young quarterbacks. Bears fans, follow along with me here. So you guys just hired Sean McDermott. He's got to go find his Brian Dable, essentially.
Yes.
You guys just hired Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
He's got to go find his Arthur Smith. You know, the offensive coordinator is going to be such a paramount hire here. And the guys that immediately come to mind for me when it comes to the best fit for Justin Fields, not just for Justin Fields now, but the development in the future. A guy like Kevin O'Connell, the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams, who doesn't call plays, but he comes from that Kyle Shanahan, Gary Kubiak tree. A guy like Pep Hamilton, who was with Justin Herbert his rookie year, and we watched Justin Herbert become the rookie of the year in the NFL last year. Or a guy like Clint Kubiak, who's Gary Kubiak's son, longtime NFL head coach, offensive coordinator, who comes from that tree. I believe that offensive scheme is the best for Justin Fields, but you guys are right. The offensive coach or the offensive coordinator hire is going to determine whether if Matt Eberflus is the head coach there in 4 or 5 years or he's not.
It's worth pointing out, too, that even when it comes to experience in college, Justin Fields didn't have that much, right? He transferred from Georgia, then had the year at Ohio State when we saw a lot more experience, but he's still a young prospect that needs a lot of that development from the OC standpoint.
The beauty about that, too, Laura, is he doesn't have the Matt Nagy system embedded in his head either.
He can move right past it.
Get rid of that. Push that and flush that down the garbage disposal.
Pretend like that never happened.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.